Namaste. I'm Shiva Kumar from 6 a.m. Yoga. Today I would like to talk to you regarding yoga, one of the elements of yoga, which is discipline. So, when you talk about Ashtanga Yoga, there are 8 limbs. So, it starts with Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, and goes on. So, what we see in our daily life is asana, like Shirshasana, many asanas are there, Sarvanga Asana, any asana for that matter. But before we reach the level of asana, there are 2 limbs. One is Yama and one is Niyama. So, Yama is some of the rules that we must follow when we interact with the outside world. And Niyama are another set of rules which are meant for ourselves. So I'll take one element of Niyama, which is tapas. So the internal meaning of tapas is purification with discipline. So actually it means, in our terminology, it means discipline. So unless we have imbibed or we are on the track of improving our own discipline levels, even if you start asana practices, say yoga asana practices, we may not be able to sustain. Why? Because we have started practicing asanas without working on our own discipline. Let it be, for that matter, any practice. Say I decide that I will start walking from tomorrow onwards. Now, so I have put that plan is ready for the action. So what happens? First day I do walking. Because today I decided. Now the next day I have found out. Okay, I'll spend half an hour for walking tomorrow morning. So I start walking the next day. And second day also I may walk. Third day I start walking. And the days passing by, there are various priorities come in our life. Like I have to work, I have to go early to office. There are some guests at home, or maybe some urgent work come. And then the focus on this walking reduces. After a week or two, a month or two, you start losing that focus and it dies off gradually. Then suddenly after a year again you wake up. Okay, I put on another 2 or 3 kg. Then again I have to start walking. So this is what happens to normally people. So how to come out of this lack of discipline? There are 1 or 2 simple techniques I can give you. First technique is that we should not expect direct result from that action. I think, okay, I have to put down weight, say 5 kg. Now I keep walking. After a month or 2, I find I have not reduced too much, maybe just 500 grams or say 1 kg. So I feel a little, off at heart. So what is the result of my action? I'm not getting enough result from the walk. So this is where that interest dies down. So what you should keep in mind is, keep it as a habit in your life. Don't expect immediate results from these actions. These work in a long run. So another example that I can quote here is like a person. I'll give you an example, a real life example, which happened to one of my students. Now she joined my yoga class and said that she wants to drop weight. She's a little overweight. Then I said, okay, join. Yeah. Now after 6 months, she was with me. Or at least around, say, 4 to 6 months. And then after the 6 months, she again came back to me saying, sir, I'm not losing much of weight. As I was X kg, now also I'm the same weight. I did not put down weight at all. Then I said, please continue the practice, continue. But she said she wants to take a break. Then okay, it's your choice. Then after about 6 months, another 6 months. So almost 6 months she took a break. Then I saw her near the gate once again. It was an apartment complex. No, then I just met her and I asked her. Then I understood she has actually put on another 3 or 4 kg, increased the weight. Then she said, sir, when I stopped I was thinking that I did not drop the weight. But so as you understand now, so what has happened is that practice was actually keeping her at least on that weight. It never allowed her to put on weight further. So we should not look for those immediate benefits of the practice. Not even yoga, let it be any practice for that matter. Say walking, jogging, swimming. It will keep you in that pace. At least it will protect you. So it is like you cannot pick up that. No, okay, now I have got a cold, cough, allergy. Now let me practice yoga. That is not the way to practice yoga. It is a part of your system. Don't expect immediate benefits from that. It is just like a daily habit. Whatever comes, I'll go for walking. Whatever comes, I'll go for yoga classes, or I'll do self practice. So have that in mind. Like no, it has to be one of these systems in your daily life, and without expecting immediate returns. If that is there, you will find time, because it's a habit in your life system. You'll find time to practice yoga or any physical exercise also, for that matter. Another small example which I would like to quote is like, compare yoga like a seat belt. Is another example which I keep telling people. Now, a person driving a car, he wears a seat belt always. Now, when he is driving the car and the seat belt is on, actually it doesn't work anything much for him. Now, when there is some accident happens, that's the time the seat belt comes into action. Now imagine he did not have the habit of wearing the seat belt at all. The accident might not happen for several years, and one day accident happens, and without the seat belt he flies off, and a bad injury can happen. So compare all these health related aspects as just like seat belt. You have to wear them always. The seat belt is always on. Yoga practice is always on. Walking is always on. Gym is always on. Pranayama is always on. Jalaneti is always on. All these practices are always running with you. Only then you are protected, including our mind, body, whatever. So just equate that I should not remove the seat belt and drive. The seat belt is always on me. So I should not stop my practice. Come what may. Find time, morning or evening. Planning is necessary. For example, I have a meeting tomorrow, early morning. So I should decide, okay, now early morning I cannot practice yoga, or I cannot go for jogging or walking. Now I have to arrange my day in such a way that in the evening I'll get the time to do that. You have to wind up your work because you started early morning work. Now find out time in the evening so that half an hour or 45 minutes or an hour you can do yoga practice, walking, whatever exercise you're doing. So that planning is necessary. Imagine now guests are going to come. Let's say this Diwali is there, Dashera is, a lot of guests are coming at home. Now, yes, you have to take care of all of them. But at the same time, you have to dedicate your own time, find time, do proper planning so that you don't miss your daily practice. So without planning, so the essence of the niyama, tapas, is this. So internalizing discipline in our life. Without this discipline, whatever we start, it's not going to sustain. We have to dedicate our own mind. We have to find time, irrespective of our other commitments. Because in the long run, we want this to give us fruitful results. I hope I have been able to give a little light on the importance of discipline in practice of yoga. Namaste. Thank you.